4 days after our wedding, I caught him in bed with my sister. I fell apart and got a hotel, not bathing or going anywhere for a week. When I returned to work, they were both there, apologizing and explaining. I asked if my brother-in-law was really my 4-month-old nephew's dad, and they both began stuttering. I blocked both of their numbers, and our moms too, for telling me to forgive them. I moved into my best friend's guest house and started doing OnlyFans to save and move across the country. When they tried to come visit, my bestie answered the door with an electric turkey carver turned on, and they didn't come back. She had been telling me something was off, and she figured it out when my sister wore white to my wedding. 2 weeks later, I got a message from my brother-in-law on OnlyFans. He said, "You look great." I couldn't believe he subscribed and had been watching me. I went to his job the next day to talk. I asked, was he trying to get payback on my sister, and he had no clue of what I was talking about. I told him everything, and that they insinuated that he is not the father of my youngest nephew. He cried. A month later, my bestie was helping me move to Las Vegas, and we got word that they took a DNA test, and it is actually my ex's baby. She was put out, and they now live together. Her soon-to-be ex-husband called me and said,
"So, about that revenge."
My brother-in-law was angry and hurt that the baby wasn't his. When he asked if I wanted to get revenge, I thought he wanted to smash, but no. He had a plan. He unblocked her and told her he wanted her back and that he would forgive her, but she needed to leave the baby with its dad. She actually did it. My ex doesn't have as much money as hers does, so I'm not surprised. He told me to go to my ex and pretend to forgive him as well. But I couldn't face him. I just wanted to stay away. A month later, my brother-in-law took my sister to Paris to renew their vows. But when she woke up, he took her clothes, luggage, jewelry, wig, passport, phone, and canceled her flight and left. When he told me, I felt bad for her, but when I told my best friend and the group chat, they made it funny. But then they told me my mom had been reaching out to them all to get a hold of me, and I should really call. So I did, and this is what she said.
Nate got a DNA test on the baby after your sister left, and the baby ain't his either. I can't get a hold of her, and the baby is here with me. I need you to help me out with money and childcare until they get back from Paris.
I told her to get somebody else to do it, and I put her back on the blocked list. But then my ex's mom called me. She hasn't checked on me once this whole time. She said,
"Hey honey, I have an odd question for you, but I need you to be honest with me. Have you ever seen my husband and your mother together? Because I found a press-on nail like the ones you wore to your wedding in his car, and I can't make sense of how it got there."
I told my ex's mother that I hadn't spoke to my family ever since I found out my sister was sleeping with my husband, and she was shocked.
Tatiana, what are you talking about?
I told her everything. About catching them, the baby, and even how she was left in Paris. Everything. I don't know why. She was angry and emotional and said,
"Do you mean to tell me that I've been calling my son weekly, asking him how you both are doing, and he has been lying to me, and even has had your own sister there? My son? Weren't you two looking to adopt a puppy together last week?"
"No, ma'am, but as I said, I no longer communicate with them, and I cannot help. I am washing my hands of their toxicity. Please do not call me anymore." She respected my wishes, but when we hung up, she texted me a picture of the press-on nail. It's definitely my mom's. Is this why she told me to forgive my sister? Because she's a hoe too. I'll never know, because I'm staying out of it. But my bestie has become invested. She asked me for both of their numbers and is arranging a meeting that neither of them know about. She honestly hasn't liked my mom and sister since her husband died, and they didn't come to the funeral. I noticed a spam Facebook message. It was my scalp-headed sister looking for help. She had messaged everyone from a shelter computer. She sent 12 messages confessing so many scandalous and perverse things. She will have to get someone else to help her. The things she confessed made me. My scalp-headed sister confessed her perverse secrets to me. She told me that one day her and my ex ran into our mom and my ex's dad at a hotel. That day they vowed to never speak of it, and after that her and my mom started helping each other. She said that time that my ex's mom asked me to go with her to her doctor's appointment, it was because they convinced her so that they could all double date, and that it turned into a sounds like orangey. Yes, I hurled. She didn't give me details, but I hope she stayed away from the birth canal we came from. She said that my ex and his dad secretly recorded it and threatened to post it if they ever told. Disgusting. But they shouldn't have been there anyway. She was going to stop after that, but she got pregnant and knew it was his. So you know what I assumed. It must be my ex-father-in-law's baby. She doesn't know about the second DNA test. She said she did things to my ex that I can't say here and secretly recorded it as leverage to get the recording that they took of her. And guess where it is? In the phone that my brother-in-law took. I didn't reply. I screenshot everything and sent it to my bestie to update her, and she asked for my brother-in-law's number. Later that night they called me on three-way and he said,
What the fuck?
When my bestie told my brother-in-law that the video of my sis and ex was in sis' phone, he was livid, and they called me on three-way to help them unlock her phone. You'll never guess what the pin was. My birthday. She is so Norman Bates-ish. Here's how the convo went.
I'm looking, but I don't see it.
Check the hidden album.
Oh shiz. Here it is.
Send it to me.
Now I have a better idea. I'm gonna edit it and I'll host a family and friend dinner and show it to them and everyone else there.
That's a good idea. But if that's the case, we need to find a way to get the other video too. Tati, we really need you to pretend to forgive your ex and get that video.
No.
Well, if we get his phone, do you know the passcode?
Yes. It's his license plate number. My mom sent an email saying that my sister was back and had been through so much and the family needed me. I sent her the screenshots of the messages with their dirty little secrets, and she beat up my sister for running her mouth. My cousin said she got my sister looking like fibroids. My mother-in-law called me crying saying she checked her husband's phone and saw my sister asking him for a DNA test. She packed her things and got a hotel. I invited her to Vegas, but she said,
Nah, honey, I put my life into my marriage. 35 years, 1 son after 3 miscarriages, 7 mistresses, a season of a gambling addiction, 3 seasons of alcoholism, STDs and tons of get-rich-quick schemes that almost left us homeless. I'm not letting him off that easy. He is going to feel me.
Well, damn. How dirty you trying to get, because I know some people. Actually, you should check the hidden album in his phone. When I told my mother-in-law to check her husband's hidden album, she asked me why. I told her that's where people hide dirt. She went back home and pretended she wanted to talk, and accidentally spilled her eye drops, and it accidentally got in his drink. While he was in the bathroom turning inside out, she got his phone and went to the hidden album. She called with so much commotion in the background. Hello?
I lost it. I effing lost it.
No. What happened?
I looked through that album and hurled. So many women. But there was a video of him, your mom, your sister, and my son. I can't even comprehend how I could not know just how sick he was. I gave him my life, and now he's given me his.
That sounds suspicious, but how about I buy you a ticket to Vegas? I've gotten good at this healing thing.
I will actually take you up on that offer.
When she arrived, I booked us adjoining suites. I didn't ask questions, but just in case 12 looked for us, I didn't want it to be easy. My bestie and brother-in-law failed at getting my ex's phone and called me on three-way while we were getting ready to hit the strip. I put them on speaker, and they filled her in on their plans. She said that her husband probably wouldn't be there, and that she has his phone, and she sent them the video. They immediately sent out invitations. After watching it, my bestie said if that was the only time my sis smashed my father-in-law, then that wasn't his baby. Someone's knocking on the hotel door. Is that? We heard a knock at the door, and because I knew no one knew where we were, it must be the police. But no. It was her husband. He tracked his phone. He was pale, hunched over, with a bandaged hand and leaking through his shirt. He said he wanted to talk. She took him into her suite, and I put my ear on the door to hear Ike and Tina talk.
Baby, you got me. You got your revenge? Come home. Let me make this right. I love you.
You took it to father's time. You did that ish with them and our son. No, I want you unalived. You disgust me.
Baby, I'm gonna make it right this time. Come home. We have built too much together.
Baby, things have gone too far. There's so much going on. You won't believe what they have been up to.
When I heard her say that, I grabbed his jacket with his wallet in the pocket and her purse with her wallet and their phones and went home. They don't know where I live. I dropped the phones at an In-N-Out Burger trash can. I three-way called my people and filled them in. They said they were glad to see me admitting that I want revenge and that there was nothing that could stop them from being exposed. The dinner is tomorrow. They are right. With all that has happened, I want them to hurt too. I bought a ticket to fly out for the dinner. I know secrets that no one else knows. Worse, dirtier secrets. And after tomorrow, everyone else will know too. These secrets will ruin everyone's support system. Yay! Once I finally admitted that I wanted revenge on my ex and bestie for betraying me, I knew I had to fly back home to expose them at the family dinner. I made it just before everyone got there. My brother-in-law and bestie had the place looking nice and told me to wait in the back and watch it on their live streams until they text me so that I can make an entrance and spill my secret tea. I took Henny with me. I saw my family coming in dressed like Capricorns per usual. Once all of our family and friends had a toe in the door, my brother-in-law.
Alright y'all, thanks for coming. This my new lady. Some of y'all know her as Toddy's friend, and we got something to show y'all.
Dang. Let them make their plates
Y'all
first.
getting married or something?
Okay. Make y'all plates, and then we got something to show
I
y'all
bet
on
it's
the
all
projector.
Is this one gonna be
My
his?
grandma was the last to arrive. No one expected her, and her church had to come to young people's things. When my bestie saw her, she looked shocked. She doesn't disrespect the elderly Kojaks, so I knew exactly why she went to fondle the projector. Everyone had made their plates and barely let their backsides touch their seats when my brother-in-law.
Alright y'all, look up here. Wait, we are having technical difficulties. Give me a sec.
We actually should do this another time. Their grandma is here.
Nope, it's now or never. I walked out and everyone either gasped or said my name with a question mark. It's obvious my business has been the talk of the city. I said hi and signed into my OnlyFans on the laptop to show the video of my sis, ex-mom, and ex-father-in-law bumping together. I posted it to profit off my pain like Candy from RHLA. The room was shook.
Oh my god.
He's dead?
Ain't no fucking way.
My grandma got up to hit me with her pocketbook, and I jocked away. She got mad and left, and my mooching cousin, who always wants her car, offered to drive her home so he can keep it. He came right back for the drinks and tea.
Settle down, there's more. Here is live footage of my ex-wife and her ex-husband in reverse roles. He's squealing.
My flight back was in 2 hours, so I whistled to hush everyone, and this is what I said. Y'all know what I've been through. I tried so hard to take the high road, but there was just too many people who were involved and hurt for me to rest and heal, so here we are. They have betrayed us sexually and paternally in more ways than you know. I have always protected my sister. My ex's mom and dad walked in angrily. How did they get back? He is still pale. Y'all sit down because you need to hear this too. There is more that you all need to know so that we can clear the slate and heal. My ex's dad and my mom had a child when they were teens that was put up for adoption. That is their connection. I found this out from my ex-husband. He told me they matched on Facebook dating and started smashing, and when he introduced her to his uncles at the barbecue, his aunt, who stayed in touch with her, caused the secret to be revealed. He was embarrassed, and his dad swore him to secrecy, so he never said anything. That was years ago. But while we were dating, I caught him cheating with her. My ex's mom stormed out, and her husband followed. There's one more thing. My sister has a baby, and everyone is curious of who the baby's daddy is. I know who. She confessed it in that Facebook message she sent. I'm sorry, bestie, but the baby is your dead ex-husband's. She started hitting me so fast. My cousins started hitting her. Everyone else broke it up. We were crying, I was apologizing, and she was cussing me out, and I deserve it. My head hurt. She said I was dead to her and stormed out, but we heard her scream and run back in. My ex's mom had ran her husband over, and he was laid out in the street. There was so much commotion and sirens as I rode in my Uber XL looking like keloids to catch my flight when suddenly I realized they took everything I loved from me.